What's going on, guys? Zach back with another video, and today I've got a little bit of a different one here. We're getting close to the holidays, and so I kind of wanted to go through a little bit of a holiday gift guide. If you're watching this, you got a buddy, a friend, spouse, boyfriend, whatever it is that's really into the EDC space. I'm going to give some tips on, as an EDC enthusiast, some things that they might look for, some things that I would want as a gift, and let's crack right into it. Now, for EDC people, it is my best recommendation to not get gifts that are directly in line with EDC. And what do I mean by that? Well, don't get them a knife. You know, us knife guys, we have a lot of personal preferences when it comes to knives specifically. And so if your loved one, whoever you're looking to buy a gift for, if they're already in this space, they're probably already have their eyes set on either specific knives, really specific tastes. And so if you don't know exactly what knife that they're after, I would stay clear of knives specifically. But again, this is just my personal advice. And if you know your person well enough, get them that knife that they're looking for. But what I want to focus more on is EDC adjacent items. So things that can coincide with somebody's EDC. What do I mean by that? A wallet. Wallets like this right here, the Tailored by Cortez Cujo V2 wallet, has been my mainstay in my EDC for, I want to say, probably 2-3 years now. I absolutely love this wallet. And one, you're supporting a small maker. Two, you're getting a piece that is going to last them a really, really long time, let alone maybe even a lifetime. And it's a really thoughtful piece. Us guys, we love wallets, and you can never go wrong with getting somebody a wallet. You know, something as simple as this little card sleeve, or even something more on the folding side. Either way, wallets are definitely a solid choice, and I think this one runs about 50 bucks, somewhere in that range. Everything mentioned in this video, there will be links to down in the description below to help you guys out with anything in regards to your gift buying needs. Next up, let's talk about watches. Watches are always going to be something that any guy or EDC enthusiast will appreciate. Now this one is the RGMT Recon Diver. I am a big personal fan of RGMT watches. I think they look really, really nice. They're very well built, and they come in at a reasonable price. Right now, I know they run a lot of sales. They will probably have some sort of holiday sale going on. So that will drop the price down even lower into a much more affordable price point, more than they already are. I think a lot of their sales start around $150 to $200, somewhere in that range. But they do go fast. So if you want to pick up one of these, or not even that specifically, I also have this field watch from Vaer. Very nice watch as well. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with a watch either. A lot of EDC guys are into watches, and it is a good complement piece to an EDC. There's a lot of different styles out there, so have fun with it. They can get expensive, they can get really cheap, and honestly, a good watch does not have to be super expensive. So we've covered a wallet, a watch. Let's talk about a pen, because pens are something that I use every single day, and there is so many options out there, and I've had tons of them. Big Idea Design makes a fantastic pen. I don't have mine anymore, but what I do have is this guy. Let's zoom in here. This is the Side-Click by Tactile Turn. One of my favorite pens that I have ever carried. It is a nice, clicky pen. This one is in bronze. That's why it looks so dark. Titanium clip. And you can get really fancy. You can get kind of cheap. But Tactile Turn is the pen that I have had in my pocket for, again, probably the last 2 years. Absolutely love this thing. But if you're like, he already has a pen, why do I need that? Soul Built makes a fantastic, used to be one of the only ones on the market. Big Idea now makes Big Idea Design now makes a titanium Sharpie. I think it's on Kickstarter right now, but I just saw that they're making one. But this is the Soul Built Marksmith. This one has a highlighter in it because I needed a highlighter, but it has Sharpies, highlighters. There's even a pen, like normal ballpoint pen insert that you can put in here, so you can cover all the bases as well with this Soul Built Marksmith. When I was working, if you have a guy that's working a blue collar job, construction site, stuff like that, this is definitely the win. When I was working HVAC for 3 years, I had this in my pocket every single day, and it got me through so many job sites just using this. So I absolutely recommend one of these, or if not that, definitely a high quality pen. It doesn't have to be necessarily the expensive, bougie, tactile turn Big Idea Design, because those are around $100. Refine also makes a really, really good, affordable pen. Bastion, I found them on Amazon a while ago. They also make an incredibly well-built bolt action pen. So, pen definitely is a must consider when looking to buy gifts for somebody in the EDC space. Now, we talked about pens. Let's talk about something to write with. Now, this has been my main journal over the last little bit, maybe the last year or so. Absolutely love this. I'm in the military, and the USA flag, the eagle on here, just goes perfectly. It's leather bound, bunch of pages in here. I love this thing, but that might be a little much. So alternatives, have them right here. These little pocket field size notebooks, super solid gift choice for anybody who is in the EDC space. I typically always carry some sort of notebook on me on a daily basis along with the pen. It just helps out so much on a daily basis if there are ever, quick things I need to jot down, things that I want to remember, ideas that I have, even shopping lists. I use these for all the time. These come in handy more often than not, especially for like grocery lists, shopping lists, even lists for gear that I want in the future. I keep one of these always on me for those purposes. Now, we've talked about watches, we've talked about pens, we've talked about wallets. Let's talk about pouches, because pouches I think are really underrated when it comes to EDC. I carried a pouch, this pouch specifically, in my pocket, in a bag, in a backpack, for roughly about a year and a half, 2 years, somewhere along that line. Now, why would I recommend a pouch or a sling bag or something in that mix? It's just a really nice way. It's a really nice way to consolidate your carry or consolidate some gear for somebody in this space. Now, what I use this for specifically is my knife maintenance kit, which I have sort of spread out on my desk here. But if we pop this open, I have, you see it's empty right now, but I have a hank in here, which we'll get to that. Of course, pocket notebook. And what I would normally keep in here is some knife lube, bit driver, and a stick of Loctite. Plus or minus some other things. I would keep some of these little fine tip cotton swabs, sort of single use, really nice for knife maintenance, knife cleaning, anything like that. And then, as well, I would always keep a Sharpie. And the reason for that is, if it's a knife maintenance kit and you have a knife, you want to sharpen it, but you don't know exactly what the angle is, you can mark the edge of the Sharpie, or mark the edge of the knife with the Sharpie, and then as you're grinding, as you're sharpening your knife, you can actually see the edge that you marked up. You can see where all of those spots are, so you can make sure that you're hitting every single point of the knife. So that's also really handy. But that's why I would recommend a pouch like this. It doesn't have to necessarily be for knife maintenance, but that is the main reason that I use mine for knife maintenance. It's just a really easy way to consolidate all of the things you would normally have on you into a one dedicated kit. That way, if I'm going traveling, anything like that, I can pop this in the suitcase and then just have an on-the-go knife maintenance kit ready to go if anything happens. Knife gets dirty, whatever, you need to take it apart. You can do that with something like a pouch like this. Super, super simple. Now, Hanks. I love Hanks. I was never a Hank guy until I got my hands on one, and it completely changed the way that I look at pocket handkerchiefs. The reason I say that is I wear glasses most of the time. I haven't for a long time just because I lost them and broke them. But what I would use them for is this microfiber on the back is perfect for cleaning glasses. It's also perfect for wiping off knife edges. You know, if you're cutting up a steak or anything like that, you can pop this out of your pocket, clean off your blade, and that way your blade doesn't get all gunked up on the pivot and stuff like that. But also, if you need a little wipe down, good for that as well. If you're into photography, you can wipe this on your camera, just like that. Hello. And they're not expensive. I think these are like 15 bucks or something like that. But for a quality piece, this one is by Awesome Hank, made in USA, I think. Actually, I'm not even going to say it's made in USA because I'm not 100% sure. If it is, cool, and if it's not, no big deal. There are so many other brands, like this one by Liberty Hank. It is a Star Wars pattern Hank. I also have this gray topo pattern by Lone Star Hanks. And one of my favorites of all time is this Overlook Hank by Mad Pow Clothworks. So many different options out there. You can really pick and choose depending on your target person's tastes and what they prefer, what they like. Now, we've talked about the knife maintenance kit. What is something that you can put, like something that you can use for knife maintenance? Don't mind my dirty desk. I'm going to pick you guys up and show you my favorite way that I maintain my knives, I clean my knives. And that is going to be this right here. This is a dump tray, knife maintenance tray by Pine and Print, good buddy of mine. Makes these, has spots for bits, has leather storage spaces here for little tiny screws and whatnot, and then your main workspace. Right now I have my Heretic Manticore X that I took apart, lost a bunch of pieces for. That's a whole nother story for another day, but this is my knife maintenance tray. I have had this for probably going on 3 years now, and I love this thing. It makes knife maintenance such a breeze. I absolutely love this. Links to that down below. Now, back to the desk here. Actually, I'm going to keep you guys up. I'm going to keep you guys with me right here. And the reason I'm keeping you guys afloat is this right here. Like I said, don't mind this. Don't look at this. Let's look here. Don't look there, look here. Now this is my knife storage. Now this is a company called Parkway Homes. Parkway Home. I think I'm saying that right. It is engraved here. Parkway Home. Found them on Amazon, and I absolutely love this tray. A little plexiglass cover. Slots for knives here. I have some coins laid out here with my FBI challenge coin. That's a Glock 17. Awesome. Move this out of the way. And if we take a look inside here, more space for storage. I have slip joint pry bar, fixed blade, pocket organizer. Save that for later. More stuff for knives. If you want to, you can pop more knives on the inside. Have some storage in there as well. Close it up. Good as new. Just like that. I love this thing. It's a really clean way to display your collection and a really nice, thoughtful gift for your target person in the EDC space, because if your dude has a lot of knives and he's just piling them up in a little stock bin, a little drawer here, get him one of those, because that is such a clean, sleek, borderline sexy way to display your knives. It's a good storage space, and it makes, you know, picking out your daily knife for that day so much easier instead of digging through, you know, oh, what do I have where? It's a good way to consolidate the collection and a good way to display all the nice knives that they have that they don't need more of, but they're going to buy more of anyway, because we all do that. So let's move on. Enough ranting. I did talk about this guy, leather pocket organizer. And conveniently enough, this is also Tailored by Cortez. He just makes really good stuff. I don't know what to say. He just makes a lot of really good stuff. And what I use this for is, that's not gonna fit. Let's do this guy. I know that'll fit. And it's in here. There we go. Loaded up, ready to go. Boom, pocket organizer. What I use this for is exactly that, organizing my pockets. So this little guy holds 4 pieces of gear. You got a slot for a pen right here, front slot for a pry bar, back slot for a knife, and a spot for a AAA flashlight, which I do not have on me right now. I don't think. No, it's somewhere else. Of course it's somewhere else. It's always somewhere else. So I have this UV light as a flashlight holder. But yeah, super solid piece of gear. And again, one that I had in my pocket for probably about 1.5 to 2 years. I love this thing. Got it for Christmas in 2023. Yeah, 2023. And it was in my pocket every single day after that. Such a convenient way to keep and store all of your gear. And if you're like me, you carry a lot of stuff in your pockets every single day. And this is just a really clean, simple way to consolidate that into a single package. So instead of having to go through and pick out, oh, here's my knife, here's my pry bar, here's my pen, and my flashlight, you just load it all up in here, take it out of your pocket at the end of the day, and when you're ready to go in the morning, just pick it up, put it in your pocket. I love organizers like this. And this one is so well built, such a good design. Let's pop a light on here so you can just see how much wear this thing has had over the last, I don't know, who knows how long. This back piece used to be like an olive green, and now it's like black. And this front used to be pretty much the same color as this. And you can see it's darkened up so much. If I have a picture of when I first got this thing, I'll pop a picture right up here, because this thing looks incredibly different from all of the use that I've put on it. You can see Tailored by Cortez right there. It is even starting to fade out. But yeah, this thing is absolutely amazing. Taylor is an amazing guy, makes some really awesome stuff. And he doesn't just make wallets and pocket organizers. He makes fixed blade sheaths. He makes Watts straps. Like pretty much anything you can make out of leather, Taylor's got your back. So if you're gonna do any sort of leather goods shopping, I recommend this is the guy to go to, because he's been my go-to guy for all of my leather stuff over the past 3 years. Love his work. But I think that just about covers it. But the real question is, if you're gonna get a knife, what knife do you get? And I wanna answer that by not really answering it, because there are so many different preferences and stuff out there. But I would recommend, if you're gonna be getting a knife for anybody, ask them like what they really need in their knife collection. You know, I would try to get them something that they don't have, something to try out. You know, if they're mostly into like folding knives and stuff like that, you know, knives like these, I would recommend check your local laws so you're not buying anything and carrying anything illegal 100%. I'm no lawyer, so don't trust a word that I say. I'm just a guy on YouTube. But if they mainly stick to folders, slip joints, stuff like that, I would recommend branching out and getting on something like a fixed blade, because I absolutely love fixed blades. Pocket fixed blades are some of my favorite knives to carry. They're useful. They are really easy to clean and maintain. They don't break. They don't do anything like that. And I love them. There's something about a fixed blade that it just does something for me. But if this isn't your way to go and they are more of like a tactical dude, you might even try looking into OTFs. Now these are going to be the more expensive option when it comes to knives and stuff like that. This one I think was like $350, $400, something like that. This is also a special edition Microtech Ultratech in the Star Wars Bounty Hunter finish. Absolutely my grail knife. I'm never getting rid of this thing. I absolutely love it. But just experiment the waters when giving gifts to these guys, because who knows? I was never a fixed blade guy for a long time. I never was into it. And then I got a fixed blade as a gift and it completely changed my idea. And now it's kind of really one of the only types of knives that I choose to carry. Same with OTFs. I got an OTF as a gift and same way, completely changed my mind when it comes to the way that I carry knives, the way that I feel about knives. But that concludes this year's gift guide. If you liked what you saw, leave a comment down below. And yeah, if you're looking for any gifts for your fellow EDC guys, check out the links in the comments and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.